Hey, this is Josh, CEO with Driving School Marketing, and you're watching episode 2 of Acceleration Lane. Yep, the strategy session dedicated to growing your driving school. And today's topic is explaining why Yelp is a really bad investment for driving schools and why marketing on Yelp is frankly a waste of money. We're going to cover at least 4 separate reasons why, and hopefully that helps you make a smart marketing decision when it comes to which programs you invest in to grow your driving school. Okay, so if you're not familiar with Yelp.com, let's first talk about what it is and why it is I'm actually even bringing up this topic. And so the issue at hand is the following. Yelp.com is the most popular individual review site in North America. So when local businesses get reviewed, they typically have some type of review on Yelp.com. Most frequently it gets used for things like restaurants, spas, salons, any type of local business, sometimes dentists, doctors, what have you. And what's come up with clients is that some people have actually subscribed to a Yelp marketing program. And I've never seen it make anybody any money. I'll just tell you that right now. I've never seen a Yelp marketing program for driving schools make anybody any money. And there's at least 4 reasons why that's been the case. And so that's what I actually want to talk about. But generally speaking, the reason why people tend to be persuaded is because Yelp is such a popular online review site. And so you figure that you're a local business, you want to have a presence on that review site because that's where consumers are going to find information about businesses. You should be there. But it turns out that there are significant disadvantages for driving schools in particular when using the platform. Frankly, there are disadvantages to any business using the platform, but we've seen only disadvantages when it comes to driving schools using the platform. So now let's actually talk about those 4 actual issues we've seen. So, reason number 1, the first reason why Yelp is not productive for driving schools is because no one's really using Yelp to find driving schools. It's honestly that simple. And so what happens is that when you use Yelp, you're usually contracted for a certain period of time to pay X dollars, could be $200, $300, $400, $500, it can even be $1,000+ a month. And they're gonna give you sort of space where your ad's gonna run on Yelp. They may even promote certain coupons that you have. The problem is that no one's really going on Yelp to find driver education services. And so you're sending your ads at a very disinterested market. It's honestly very similar to, let's say you run ads at your local shopping center. And so you just happen to have something in like a lot of driving schools have done this, you may have done this yourself. If you run ads at like the actual carts at the grocery store with the idea that you're gonna kind of reach families and parents and stuff like that, well, those almost never will make anybody any money. And the reason is because people are there to buy groceries. They're not there to find any kind of driving school. And there are many better places to actually put your energy and advertising dollars to actually find driving school customers. So again, the first reason why it's a bad investment is because your customers and your potential customers, they're not really going to Yelp to actually find a driving school. So advertising on a platform where people don't want to see your business in the first place is actually not very helpful. Okay, now I hope that made sense. And now reason number 2 why Yelp is a bad idea is because you have no actual control over the platform, right? So your business is there, reviews are just kind of showing up, but you have no control over what actual reviews are there. You have very limited control over what types of pictures of your business are there. So you have no real ability to actually control the marketing of your business. And there's so many other places where you have more control. You have more control on Facebook. You have more control on Google. You have more control on your website. You have more control in so many other venues that generally when there's a significant lack of control over a platform that's marketing your business, you probably don't want as much to do with it. Now, what people might say in response is, well, people are looking for reviews. And I'll actually talk about that in a second, the better way to handle online reviews strategically for a driving school. But fundamentally, on Yelp, you have virtually no control over your actual business, the way it's displayed, the pictures people take, the things they say, none of that. And that actually leads to the 3rd reason why Yelp is so completely a bad idea for driving schools. And that's because Yelp aggressively filters its reviews. So if you actually do some research into the way that reviews show up on Yelp, what you'll find is a huge legal history of people trying to sue Yelp because Yelp has an algorithm that tries to take out bad reviews and only show good reviews. Bad reviews meaning the ones that are not authentic, good reviews meaning the ones that are authentic. However, the filter system is known to be very, very aggressive. And so there are many, many cases of people actually suing the company on the pure basis that authentic customers were trying to leave positive reviews and the reviews got filtered. But negative reviews, which sometimes come from customers who frankly didn't have that much interaction with your business. For example, let's say you teach driver education and you provide one behind the wheel lesson. Someone has a bad experience and they leave a bad review on Yelp. Someone else goes through an entire training regimen and they actually get their license. Well, if a lot of people are saying the same thing about getting their license and being successful with you, Yelp might view it as inauthentic because the reviews sound so similar. And now all of a sudden your positive reviews, they just disappear. You won't see them. But that negative review, because it sounds so unusual and so distinctive and the person is so angry and so upset, now it's this thing that's like really eating the attention for your business. And that's very, very, very unattractive. And I can tell you this, statistically, about 60% of people who actually read reviews do say that they are persuaded by what they read to some extent. So if you have no ability to really control the reviews, and the filtering system is aggressively filtering out positive reviews, it is more likely to show negative reviews, and you have no ability to even get a negative review removed, it's very, very hard to dispute it, then that's a very bad place to try to concentrate getting online reviews for your business. There are much better ways to do it that will be far more productive. So this would not be a very useful video if I was not giving you an actual alternative, right? Because if all you've heard so far is that Yelp.com is a bad place to promote your business, then what are you gonna do to interact with people when it comes to online reviews? Well, the answer is that there's a three-part process. There's three alternatives, at least, that are way better. The first is Google, because you can get a Google review and you can control it. They're less likely to be filtered. And frankly, when you get more Google reviews, it actually helps your website rank higher on Google. So someone wants to find a driving school in your area and you have a habit of asking happy customers to leave positive reviews on Google for you, you can have a very full profile that describes your business very well, that you had significant influence over, and is now actually helping you get more business. And whatever money you were gonna put into Yelp, put into getting actual Google reviews. Facebook, that's another really good place to get reviews. And the reason for that is because if you do Facebook properly, that is going to be an active community for you where you're going to generate referrals and you're going to be able to advertise and get more business. And people are going to actually go to your Facebook page and see the positive reviews. And there is some degree of control over those reviews as well. Because sometimes if you actually get a negative review on Facebook, you can actually handle that. You can contact that person, resolve the issue at hand, and ask them to simply remove the review. And they commonly will do that. In your worst case scenario, if you have only just a bunch of disgruntled customers and your positive customers are frankly too busy to bother leaving a review, you can actually remove the ability to leave reviews for your business, which means you're even further protected in the instance that something gets out of hand. Finally, website traffic that comes from Facebook tends to be pretty good website traffic. So having more reviews on Facebook and having people go there to see these positive statements, also very good. And it's a very authentic place. You see pictures of people, these are all real pictures. It's a very, very good way to get reviews. Now, a third alternative would be simply the website, right? Your website is your digital office. And when you have testimonials, positive statements, videos that you've recorded, whatever you've done to demonstrate that people are really happy with your driving school, you put that on your website, you have full control over that, represents you very well. It can be very influential in the growth of your business, and it's just much better to spend your energy and resources developing your own platform than it is to spend that same type of energy and cash on a platform you can't control that filters all these negative reviews and positive reviews in a way that is not really attractive to your business. And frankly, your customers aren't there anyway. So that's how you should be spending your time. Google reviews, Facebook reviews, testimonials for your website, video testimonials. You can put those on YouTube, share them on Facebook. You can also put that on your website. That's a much better situation for you. So I hope those alternatives make sense. Now, a quick point of clarification. I hear a lot from driving school owners that they feel that sometimes they want to advertise on Yelp because they think it will have some positive influence on their ability to interact with the actual reviews that are on the website. And it turns out that advertising on Yelp has zero influence. Hear me? Zero influence on your ability to actually interact with those reviews. because they're gonna still stay there. In fact, Yelp has been in court repeatedly emphasizing that they will not touch their algorithm for how they manage reviews, meaning there is almost nothing you can do, pay or do not pay. It will not impact the reviews that you have on there. What you can do is comment on them as a business owner if you have a negative review. And you can do that whether you're paying or not. But of course, the more content you put on that website, the more it's gonna push up in rankings on Google. And when someone types the name of your driving school, it's gonna show up directly next to your driving school. Now listen, if you have a bunch of positive reviews on Yelp, great, leave it alone. If you have negative reviews, try and deal with it, but you don't have to spend money to actually affect the Yelp page. And now another key point for you. So as it turns out, if you do, as a business owner, respond to the reviews online, how much of an impact do they actually have on people? So it turns out that what we've seen, and you've likely experienced the same thing if you've actually responded to a review, is that usually what happens is people will look for kind of conscientiousness. So if you respond to the review, it means you're a conscientious business. The content of what you have to say is honestly not that important. If you actually have a debate with someone who left a review, that's not always going to look very positively upon the business. Usually the best thing you can do is offer to resolve it, be highly professional. We'll talk in a separate video about how really strategically to handle negative reviews. But fundamentally, people really don't care what the business has to say in response, because they kind of figure that the business has a vested interest in protecting itself, and the customer is the honest one in this instance. Of course, you know that frequently the people who have the worst experience with your business are going to be folks who didn't even have a very significant experience with your business. And so the things that owners say in response to reviews, not that persuasive. It's much better to just control the platform that your reviews are on. And so again, in summary, there are 4 reasons why you would not want to advertise on Yelp, because it really is a waste of your driving school's money. The first is, your customers, they're not there. They're not going on Yelp to find a driving school. Don't bother. 2 is that you have no control over the platform. If you have no control over the platform, that means you're basically giving away control of a key aspect of your business. So don't do it. 3rd is that there are better places for you to actually put your energy, and not a website that's going to filter reviews. They filter reviews. Lots of positive reviews will never show up. You have no control over it. That's point 3. Point 4 is that Facebook, Google, your website, those are much better places to be investing time, energy, resources to demonstrate how positive your business is. So if this was another helpful video, and by the way, if you haven't actually seen episode 1 of Acceleration Lane, formerly called the growth track, I think is what I called it in that video, check out that video, because it's actually really cool. Because what we talk about is how to make sure that your employer documentation, right, when you hire instructors, how to make sure the documentation is in really good order, and you can actually get that documentation in case you don't have it. But anyways, on this topic, leave a comment down below. I'll comment on anything you post. You can also contact me at josh@DrivingSchool.Marketing. And that's it. All right, take care.